We've all been there. One moment, you're enjoying some quiet time with your purring feline friend, and the next thing you know, those claws and teeth are aimed at you, a family member, or maybe another pet. And you're left wondering, did I do something? Does my kitty not love me anymore? Well, most of the time, it's not about you at all. It's just your cat tapping into their deep-rooted feline instincts. So check out this video, where we dive into 5 types of cat aggression. On the surface, everything looks straightforward. Cats stretch to activate their muscles after a nap, same as humans, right? They do indeed, but according to many animal behaviorists, there's more to cat stretching than that. Turns out, there could be a few different reasons why your cat stretches when they see you, and while some of them might be heartwarming, one of them can actually be a cause for concern. We'll explore all of those. Have you ever noticed that when your cat stretches, they might reach for a scratching post or the side of the couch and pull their claws through the fabric? Cats have scent glands in their paws, and when they scratch or stretch while extending their claws, they release their unique scent onto that area. This scent marking is a non-verbal message to other cats saying, "This place is mine." This territorial marking is also a signal to you, they're human, that they feel at home in your space. When they scratch and stretch, leaving their scent, they're including you in their circle, which is a significant gesture of trust and familiarity from them. This might explain why your cat seems to scratch more intensely when you've had visitors or if you bring new furniture into your home. They're not trying to ruin your things. They're reinforcing their presence because the new smells represent a change in their established territory. You might be wondering, how can stretching indicate stress in cats? Think about how you might stretch your neck or roll your shoulders when you're feeling tense. It's not so different for cats. When they're stretching more frequently or intensely than usual, it could be their way of coping with feelings of anxiety. Also, the act of stretching can release endorphins in cats. Those are the chemicals in the brain that can create feelings of relief. So if you notice your cat stretching repeatedly or more vigorously, it might be their attempt to self-soothe. One thing to watch for is the abruptness of the stretch. A smooth, leisurely stretch is typical of a relaxed cat. However, a sudden stretch, especially if it seems more like a twitch or if they're frequently stretching small body parts like their neck or back, could be a stress response. They're trying to relieve the tension that's building up in their muscles, much like we do when we're feeling anxious or uneasy. In the wild, exposing the belly is not something cats do when they're on guard. It's a position that they would generally avoid, as it would make them susceptible to predators. When they're around someone they trust, however, they throw that caution to the wind and stretch out comfortably. This action is a big deal because trust is not given lightly in the cat world. They need to have a strong sense of security and familiarity to show such openness. By stretching in front of you, they're also inviting interaction on their terms. They're not necessarily asking for belly rubs. This one might be a bit surprising, but many cat behaviorists believe that our felines can also stretch in an attempt to gain our attention. Cats are known for being independent, but that doesn't mean they don't seek out affection and play. When they stretch, they can also be checking to see if you're paying attention. Here's what's happening when they do this. They're closely watching your reaction. If you respond to their stretch with a gentle stroke or scratch, or better yet, with a tasty treat, they learn that this behavior gets your attention. It's positive reinforcement at its finest. The more you respond to their stretching with affection, the more likely they are to do it again in the future. When cats feel comfortable in their environment, they will carry out natural behaviors like stretching. You might wonder, why stretching? Well, in the feline world, where body language speaks volumes, a stretch is a very open and vulnerable posture. It's a clear indication they're not feeling threatened or on edge. And here's a neat little life hack. When your cat greets you with a stretch, take a moment to calmly and gently offer them a pet or a scratch in their favorite spot. This response from you not only acknowledges their greeting, but also strengthens the bond between you and your feline friend. To understand this behavior, let's go to the basics of cat psychology. In the wild, exposing the belly is not something cats do when they're on guard. It's a position that they would generally avoid, as it would make them susceptible to predators. When they're around someone they trust, however, They throw that caution to the wind and stretch out comfortably.